Good morning, all of you. This is Dr.Nageswara, Assistant Professor of Physics, SRR and CVR Government Degree College, Autonomous, Vijayawada. Today, we will discuss about derivation of the time-independent Schrodinger wave equation. So, because this wave equation having a number of applications to discuss about the energy levels of particles at different positions. Schrodinger designed this equation in two ways. One is time independent wave equation, and the second one is time dependent wave equation. We know, according to the de Broglie hypothesis, each particle having dual nature. That is, one is particle nature, and the second one is wave nature. If any particle having wave nature, it must be contain wavelength. According to de Broglie hypothesis, the wavelength of the particle associated with the wave is lambda is equal to h by mv, where h is Planck's constant, m is mass of the particle, and v is its velocity. If the particle having wave properties, we can expect that there is some wave equation also. According to classical physics, the wave equation can be written as rho k psi by dou t square is equal to v square into del space psi, where psi is the displacement, x, y, z are particle coordinates, v is the velocity, and del is, we know, whose value is a vector, that is I into dou by dou x plus j into dou by dou y plus k into dou by dou z. By using this classical wave equation, we will derive Schrodinger time independent wave equation for each particle, where lambda square is also called Laplacian operator. Lambda is equal to I into dou by dou x plus j into dou by dou y plus k into dou by dou z. Del square is equal to del dot del. That is equal to dou square by dou x square plus dou square by dou y square plus dou square by dou z square. When this del square value is substituted in the above equation, that is rho square by rho t square is equal to v square into dou square psi by dou x square plus dou square psi by dou y square plus dou square psi by dou z square. Of course, the solution of the above equation may contain function of psi. So that psi is equal to psi naught psi omega t, where omega is called angular frequency, time is at time, t is the time. So we know, but omega is equal to 2 pi nu. Omega is angular frequency, nu is called frequency. That is omega is equal to 2 pi nu, so that psi is equal to psi naught into sine 2 pi nu t. So differentiate this equation with respect to time twice. Firstly, when dou psi by dou t is equal to psi naught into 2 pi nu cos 2 pi nu t, because we know differentiation of cos omega t is omega, sin omega t is omega into cos omega t. According to that, dou psi by dou t is equal to psi naught into 2 pi nu cos 2 pi nu t. Once again, we will differentiate this equation with respect to time. Dou square psi by dou t square is equal to minus psi naught into 2 pi nu whole square sin 2 pi nu, because we know differentiation of cos theta is equal to minus sin theta. So minus is there, that is a 2 pi nu is came outside, that is 2 pi nu whole square, cos theta is a sin theta differentiation. So that dou square psi by dou t square is equal to minus sin naught into 2 pi nu whole square sin 2 pi nu. After expanding this equation, when this value, we know that is nu is equal to v by lambda. Frequency nu is equal to v is velocity of the wave. Then dou square psi by dou t square is equal to 4 pi square into nu by lambda whole square into psi. This is according to the classical equation. When this dou square psi by dou t square, that is value substitute into this above equation, that is 4 pi square into mu square by lambda square into psi is equal to v square into del space psi. Because where we substituted only dou square psi by dou t square value. From that, 4 pi square by lambda square into psi is equal to minus del square psi. That is del square psi plus 4 pi square by lambda square into psi is equal to 0 because this is going left side. But we know, according to the de Broglie wave equation, wavelength lambda is equal to h by mp. So that when we substitute this value of lambda into above equation 2, that is del square psi by psi plus 4 pi square by lambda square, that's lambda is replaced by h by mp. That is h square by m square v square, that is n2 psi is equal to 0. We know if E is the total energy and V is the potential energy of the particle, then the kinetic energy is E minus V. We know the kinetic energy formula is half mv square. That is half mv square. That is kinetic energy is equal to total energy minus potential energy. Because we know kinetic energy plus potential energy is equal to total energy. So there is actually m square v square. Here is m v square. If it is multiplied by m, then there is, if it is multiplied by m, this is m square. Here also there is will come m. That is m square v square is equal to 2m into e minus v. When this m square v square value substituted in the above equation 3, then let's say psi plus 4 pi square by h square into 2m into e minus v into psi is equal to 0. Where of course 2 into 4 is 8. That is del square psi plus 8 pi square m by h square into e minus v into psi is equal to, because 2 into 4 is 8. The remaining terms all are as usual. This is called time independent Schrodinger wave equation. So, but we know some of our scientists suggested that to reduce this equation in size, h cross is equal to h by 2 pi. If this h cross is equal to h by 2 pi is substituted into this above equation, that is del square psi plus 2m by h cross square into e minus v into psi is equal to 0. This is another form of the Schrodinger wave equation. And also, when this 2m by h cross square into e minus v into psi is going right side, and that is from h cross square by 2m into del square psi is equal to minus e minus v into psi. When after expanding this equation, h cross square by 2m into del square psi minus v psi is equal to e psi. There is e sign is taken as common. Minus h cross square by 2m into del square plus v into psi is equal to 0. This term, that is minus h cross square by 2m into del square plus v, may be taken as h. That is called Hamiltonian operator, where Hamiltonian operator h is equal to minus h cross square by 2m into del square plus v. So this is called time independent Schrodinger wave equation. In this equation, we have two operators. One is del square, that is Laplacian operator, and the second one is h, that is Hamiltonian operator. Thank you.